Top leaders of the Arambai Tengol have arrived at the Kangla Fort in Imphal for the meeting with Meitei legislators. The meeting is taking place with heavy security arrangements in place. The hardline Meitei nationalist group had called for the meeting, asking all Meitei MLAs, ministers and MPs to attend and deliberate on the future course of action for the protection of the community. Earlier, the Arambai Tengol had also met the special team of the MHA at least 2 times in Imphal. The group has demanded removal of cookies from the ST list, implementation of NRC with 1951 as the base year, deportation of illegal immigrants, abrogation of SOO with cookie militants, fencing of the Indo-Myanmar border and to replace Assam Rifles with other paramilitary forces. So the big story we are tracking at this hour from Manipur. Top leaders of the Arambai Tengol have arrived at the Kangla Fort in Imphal for the meeting with Meitei legislators, and the meet is taking place with heavy security arrangements in place. The hardline Meitei nationalist group, they had called for the meeting, asking all Meitei MLAs, ministers and MPs to attend and deliberate on the future course of action for protection of the community. Earlier, the Arambai Tengol had also met the special team of the Ministry of Home Affairs at least twice in Imphal. The group has demanded removal of cookies from the ST list, implementation of NRC with 1951 as the base year, deportation of illegal immigrants, abrogation of SOO with cookie militants, fencing of the Indo-Myanmar border and to replace Assam Rifles with other paramilitary forces.
The Arambai Tengol has put forward its series of demands to the Meitei legislators during the meeting at the Kangla Fort in Imphal today. Around 35 Meitei legislators attended the meeting called by the Arambai Tengol. As per sources, Chief Minister CM Biren Singh and 2 other MLAs skipped the meeting. While deliberations undertaken in the meeting have not been disclosed, it has been learned that the Arambai Tengol put forward the same set of demands as it made to the Ministry of Home Affairs team and sought fulfillment of the same in 15 days. The meeting took place with heavy security arrangements in place. The hardline Meitei nationalist group had called for the meeting, asking all Meitei MLAs, ministers and MPs to take part in the deliberations. And earlier, the Arambai Tengol had met the special team of the Ministry of Home Affairs at least 2 times in Imphal. The group has demanded removal of cookies from the ST list, implementation of NRC with 1951 as base year, deportation of illegal immigrants, application of suspension of operations with cookie militants, fencing of the Indo-Myanmar border and to replace Assam Rifles with other paramilitary forces. And we have our colleague Lucky Boy joining us from Imphal over the phone line. Lucky, good evening. If you can hear me now, what are the demands made by the Arambai Tengol?
Yes, Chipen, the present demand that have been given by the Arambai Tengol to the government of Manipur, that is to the MLAs of various districts. So the demand is the implementation of NRC, which should be on 1951 should be the base year, abrogation of suspension of operation with the cookie militants, and deportation of illegal immigrants who have been infiltrated in the state since last few months, and to construct the border fencing between India and Myanmar, which Manipur says the border with Myanmar, as well as withdrawal of Assam Rifles from Manipur. Even the ministers and MLAs and even state government have condemned that some of the central forces are neutral. So Arambai Tengol also demand withdrawal of Assam Rifles from Manipur, as well as revocation of SC status from the Kooky Zo community from India.
Well, thank you very much, Lucky, for the details. So that was our colleague Lucky Boy from Imphal. The Arambai Tengol, after submitting a set of demands to the special envoy headed by A.K. Mishra, now today held a meeting with the legislators of the Manipur Legislative Assembly where they submitted a set of demands including fencing the Indo-Myanmar border and also a suspension of operations, among others, with the Kuki militants as well.